Welcome back. All right, so it is a Sunday, so I'm going to do the preview on the Saturday night. The difference being, most Saturday nights I'm doing power rankings. I'm up till 11 o'clock. There's all kinds of hockey games. Not this Saturday. This is kind of fun. All right, so four games. The first one starts at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 p.m. Eastern. And it is Tampa Bay. It is Florida. It is game one. So keep an eye on Braden Point. He had 46 goals, 44 assists, 90 points. He was playing really well at the end of the season on a pretty good run. At the other end, you're going to have Sam Reinhart, 57 goals, 37 assists, 94 points. Reinhart, of course, pending UFA. If he has a really strong playoff, that's just going to send the asking price even higher. So there's some reason, some motivation for Sam Reinhart, but the motivation, of course, for the Florida Panthers is to finally win a series against the Tampa Bay Lightning, right? All right. And then at 3 o'clock Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, which is aggravating. This is aggravating. The 2.5 hours between games, when you schedule it that way during the regular season, that's one thing. But during the playoffs, so I do have some concern that with the overlap between these games, I don't want to miss the opening face-off of Capitals Rangers. I was missing opening face-offs of regular season games. Again, that's one beast. Playoff games, to me, that's unacceptable. So here's fingers crossed that won't happen. But the Capitals and the Rangers, this one should be interesting because this seems to be the one that looks on paper the most lopsided, right? But at one end, you got Ovechkin, who had a really strong second half of the season, and this might be his last go-around before he's not with the team that's making the playoffs. Like the Capitals, it feels like have held off that rebuild that they may need. 31 goals, 34 assists, 65 points for Ovechkin this year. Most of those 31 goals, of course, in the second half of the season. He should be motivated to have a strong playoff. Panarin should be as well. He had a tough round one last year against the New Jersey Devils. He followed that up with a really strong regular season. 49 goals, 71 assists, 120 points. Fantastic year for Panarin. But if he has a mediocre playoff, I don't know if that's going to be... It won't be forgotten, but I don't think fans will be happy either. Then at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific, we have the Colorado Avalanche and the Winnipeg Jets starting their series. Obviously, the McKinnon question, right? Can they stop McKinnon? 51 goals, 89 assists, 140 points. Very few teams could stop McKinnon during the regular season. It's going to be just as tough during the playoffs. Tyler Toffoli was brought in to be that hired gun and score some goals. He had 33 in total this year, 22 assists, 55 points. They're going to be looking for something more from him. 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific start, Nashville and Vancouver. So this is the final game of the night. Notice there's a 3-hour time difference between the two games to start in Canada, because that's the right way to schedule the games. Again, it's not rocket science. The 3 hours between start times makes the most sense, and we'll see if ESPN and TNT ever decide to do that. It's the right way to do it. And again, once we get into the Monday, you have 4 o'clock, 4:30, 6:30, 7 o'clock. It just becomes a mess. I get backed up on how many reviews I'm going to have to do in a row, but at any rate, Nashville and Vancouver, I shouldn't have that problem because of the 3-hour difference, unless Colorado and Winnipeg goes to overtime, which I'm fine with. But yeah, O'Reilly on the Nashville side's obviously going to be one to watch. He does have a Conn Smythe trophy from 2019. 26 goals, 43 assists, 69 points. Really solid season for Ryan O'Reilly this year. And then, the Canucks, I always hear they have no experience. Nobody on their team has experience. JT Miller, I looked this up, 78 games of playoff experience, including a run to the conference final in 2015 with the New York Rangers. So he does have some playoff experience. The idea this team has none is kind of silly. And Miller was part of that team in 2020 that went on a nice little run, ended up getting stopped by Vegas. So there's experience there. Miller had the best year he's ever had, 37 goals, 66 assists, 103 points, and now he's going to be looking to have a big playoff as well. So there you go. You guys can let me know who you think will win these games in the comment section below as always. You can hit like and subscribe if you'd like. I'd really appreciate it if you did. If you don't, I understand. I'm wearing Montreal because, again, I had the idea of, for previews, I'm just going to pick a random team, somebody who's out of the playoffs, and I don't have an excuse to wear this Montreal sweater, so there it is. I got this from the Montreal Canadian store, too. Tricolor Sports. I like it. It is a sweater, not a jersey. And this is what they wore. I think it's in 1909 or 1908 or 1910, something like that. I like the sash, though, or the seatbelt. It kind of looks like a seatbelt. Makes me feel safe wearing it. All right. Let me know your winners. Thank you guys so much for all your support, as always. It's been kind of a whirlwind for me this week. The growth of the channel, obviously being featured on global national news, which It's Canadian news, but if you go to the global national site, I'm sure Yvonne's going to be posting the clips and everything on the community page as well. So she actually took a picture of me watching myself on global news. So how meta is that? All right. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. I do appreciate it quite a lot. I would not be being interviewed by anybody if not for all you fine people on the internet watching and for me ending up on their radar. So thanks again for that. I will talk to you again soon.